No naked numbers on surveys. You gotta put some clothes on them, put some labels on them. Tell me what a 1 means, tell me what a 5 means, tell me what a 10 means. Morning walk and some survey talk. It is extremely windy out today. And I just received a post-event feedback survey. And I think that's great. You do an event, you wanna know if people liked it or not, so you want some feedback. Like, amazing. Oh, hold on, we have to say hi to the pelicans. Say hi, good morning. Anyways, you're doing a feedback survey, you want to know if people liked your event, you want to get feedback on specific parts. The survey did a really great job breaking down components of the event, right? Asking about like the food versus the location. Oh my God. Versus the opportunities for networking. Like, so great to ask about all those things separately, because then you get like really actionable information that you can use. Where if you just ask like, hey, how was this event? And people tell you like, I loved it or I hated it. What do you do with that information? Like, you just feel blown off the stuff. You just either like feel good or you feel bad. The mistake that they made was that the scale that they used was 1 through 5, just 1 through 5. So like, how was our venue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Why is that a problem? I don't know what a 1 is. And I don't know what a 5 is. People on here all the time fight me on this. They're like, no, people all know that like 1 is the worst. Have you heard of the phrase like, we're number 1? Not everyone knows that 1 is bad and 5 is good. You have to, at the very least, anchor your scales, which means if you have a 1 through 5, for 1, give it a name. Like 1, I hated it. 5, it was amazing, right? Like, you gotta name the anchors of the scales. And personally, I would actually much prefer you give a little name, a little descriptor for all the numbers, or just like not even use numbers, right? The thing is that descriptors give the answer choices meaning. They give the numbers meaning. They help people to think of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in the same way, and in the way that you're thinking of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that type of consistency is really important on a survey. Because if my 2 is different from your 2, then you shouldn't really be looking at our 2s together, right? It just kind of gives you like messy data. I like clean, specific, super precise data. I hated it, it was okay, it was great. Just something simple, a little name, a little title, a little description. Probably shouldn't do this in the wind, but you know. There are exceptions to this quote unquote rule, sure, aren't there always? But for the most part, you're doing a survey. Get your numbers dressed.